Welcome back to the cabin. It's the 6th of June, and I came up here for the week, do some work. As you can see, my ferns are taking off and filling in, which is very nice. Also, the grass or weeds over there behind the wood pile need a mowing. The weather's supposed to be nice today, tomorrow, but then midweek it's supposed to rain. So I need to get the work done outside first these 2 days, and then I can do stuff inside. Go in for a second. So I'm going to continue with the paneling here. See how much I can get up there this week. Should be able to finish that section. I've got 2 polyurethane, some more pine boards, and also I want to put my speakers in the wall there. What I plan to do here in this section is I'd like access to the wires in the wall in case I ever need to get at them in the future. So what I'm thinking of doing is the 2 boards below that switch box and the 2 boards above it, I'm going to cut so that they're removable, and I'll probably put a screw in each end on the right there next to the door, and then on the left next to the window, and those will be covered by the molding, and the same thing with 2 boards above. And I should be able to slide them in from the door side through the grooves, at least to get the final board in. The others I should be able to stack up. I picked up a new deep cycle battery. The one I had last trip, I mentioned in the last video, the voltage was really low and I wasn't sure if it was charging, and when I brought it home and put it on the charger, it would not keep a charge. So that one lasted 4 or 5 years, so I was pleased with that. So hopefully this one will last as long. This won't get nearly as much use as the other one did because I've got my golf cart batteries now for main usage in the cabin. This one will just be for carrying around, pumping water, stuff like that. And also, speaking of pumping water, I want to fill up the tanks in the basement, and there's a tank. There's 2 tanks out in the woods, and I want to fill one of those up. I need to cover it with some black plastic first, and also attach a new valve and piping to the bottom so it doesn't leak. So that'll have to get done today or tomorrow as well. All right, time to get to work. I just finished putting the first coat of polyurethane on 6 10-foot pieces of pine, and there's 4 boards in back there that I sanded and put the second coat on. So tomorrow they'll be ready to go up. And then next up, I'm going to take my lawnmower, my push mower, and see if I can cut the grass / weeds. Nice sunny day. My charge controller is telling me my battery's full. It's always good to see. I'm going to try a little before and after video of my mowing my weeds here. This is before. Well, that worked pretty good. When the mower hits the really tall grass, it knocks the grass over and doesn't cut it. So I got out my weed whacker and I trimmed the areas where the grass was really tall or really thick. So we get it cut down. That's the main thing. Now I'm going to cement together the piping for the shutoff valve for the IBC tote. This rubber adapter will fit over the discharge pipe from the tote. This bushing will go inside here and we'll connect it with this short piece of 1-inch pipe, which will be connected to shutoff valve. And then I'll have another short piece of pipe going over to this reducer down to 3/4 inch national pipe thread. And then with that I can go to various hoses however I want in the future. Initially I'll get a 3/4 inch to garden hose converter and put it on there, and then I can use the hose to gravity feed the water from the tank down into the cellar if necessary. So I'll cement these up and then attach it to the tank. So I got this piece cemented together with my valve to attach to the water tank. The cement I had was too old, so I had to go down and buy some more. It's unbelievable the price increase. That stuff used to be about $5 for a small can. Now it's up to $9 and change for that same size can. Buy what you need now because it's just going to cost more later on. These are my two spare water tanks up in the woods. I got some black plastic around about 2/3 around that first tank, because when I put water in it, it needs to be dark so there's no algae that grows. I kind of fed it in one bit at a time. I tried to take these 2 bars off the top so I could slide it down, but that didn't work because I didn't have a wrench to fit that screw head, so I just had to work it around. But I just got a little bit more to do, so I'll try and get that done. My other side here, on the front of the tank, here's the tank valve, the yellow handle there, and then this is the rubber piece I'll kind of put on, screw that down, and then we'll screw we'll slide this in and tighten it down. So we'll have our valve. We'll have 2 valves for our water tank, because the valve that comes with this tank I don't trust. Those leak, so it's better to have a good valve on there. So I got the tank wrapped on all 4 sides with the black plastic. Eventually I'll put a piece over the top and tie it down, or put some boards over it somehow to keep the plastic on there. I don't know how long this is going to last, if it's going to last a year or 2, but this is more of an experiment to see if I could get the plastic around the tank when it was empty. So if this doesn't last, then next year I'll take some tarp material, cover the tank with that instead. We'll see how it does. I got the valve on there and the piping, so this is ready to get filled, but that's not going to happen this trip. I'll fill it the next time I'm up, because it's going to take a couple hours to fill this thing. I got tired of kneeling on the ground and cutting wood that way, so I splurged $35 and got the pair of Stanley sawhorses. I should have done this years ago. I know it's going to make life a lot easier. When I have a really long board and I got to cut a piece off and I don't want it to fall to the floor, and I only have the 2 sawhorses, I have to improvise. That's my 2 folding chairs to hold the other board up while I cut it. Worked out. Worked good. So I got another 2 boards nailed up, and then I ran into the power supply cable for the radio. So I put in an outlet box here for the cable, and then I'm also running the speaker wire here up through the box, and that'll go up to the 2nd level and then over, and for the speakers up there. So this should work. I'll just put a cover on the box when I'm done, and I still don't know how I'm going to do this final. I might make a shelf, or I might make a little box enclosure for the radio, and just stick the wires in the enclosure, and I can make a shelf here to put it on, or I could just leave it on top of the gun safe here. And the safe has to move over about 6 inches, so I can center the safe on this stud here, because I bolt into the stud to secure the safe. So, alright, that looks like it'll work. So now I got to cut that tongue and groove piece to fit around the outlet box, and we'll keep on working. So the hole I cut out for the outlet box fits. I'm glad that this is the only box I have to do in the rest of this wall. And the rest will go fast. So this is the portion of the northwest wall that I got the tongue and groove nailed up on. Came out nice. I just got one more board to do at the top there. Then I'm going to move the bureau back against the wall, and then I have to bolt the vault into the wall as well. We'll get that done. Well, that's going to do it for this trip. I gave you a little view here, the back of the property, before I leave. But I got a lot accomplished this week. Happy with that. And we'll get more done next time. So, thanks for watching. Take care.